Welcome, lore enthusiasts and theory crafters, to an analytical dive into one of the Naruto fandom's most persistent, yet ultimately unsubstantiated, speculative ideas. Today, we're dissecting the theory that Minato Namikaze, the Fourth Hokage, is actually the son of Tsunade Senju, the legendary Sannin and Fifth Hokage. This concept has circulated widely, often appearing in deep dive or ball-deep theory videos across various platforms. It's a prime example of how superficial similarities and circumstantial evidence can fuel a compelling, albeit incorrect, narrative within a passionate fanbase. For many, this theory offers an intriguing twist to established character relationships. However, it's crucial to state upfront that this theory is widely considered false and has been largely debunked by canon. Its continued presence speaks more to the creativity of the fandom than to its accuracy. Our objective today is to methodically examine why this theory fails under scrutiny. Despite its popularity in fan discussions, there is no official proof whatsoever to support this claim within the Naruto anime or canon manga materials. We must always ground our understanding in the source material provided by Masashi Kishimoto. Conjecture is fun, but it rarely becomes fact without direct authorial intent. Let's begin by exploring the primary pieces of evidence that proponents often put forward to buttress this theory. These arguments, while seemingly convincing at first glance, typically crumble when held up against established lore and timelines. Understanding them is key to a complete debunking. One of the most immediate and frequently cited connections revolves around shared physical traits. Both Minato Namikaze and Tsunade Senju famously sport blonde hair. This distinctive hair color is often presented as a key visual link, suggesting a familial bond between them. Furthermore, both characters are depicted with blue or hazel eyes, another physical characteristic that some fans interpret as a genetic indicator. In a series where specific eye colors and hair traits often signify clan lineage, it's understandable why these similarities might spark such speculation. Another compelling point for theorists is Naruto's own endearing terminology for Tsunade. Naruto consistently refers to her as Granny Tsunade, or Tsunade Bachan in the original Japanese. This term, implying an elderly female relative, is perceived by some as a subtle hint at a deeper biological connection. Proponents argue that Naruto's innocent use of Granny could be an unconscious recognition of Tsunade's true familial status as Minato's mother, and by extension, his own grandmother. This interpretation leans heavily on the idea of hidden truths conveyed through character interactions. Moving beyond aesthetics, the discussion often shifts to Minato's exceptional chakra reserves and abilities. His incredible speed, famously earning him the moniker Yellow Flash, and his mastery of high-level jutsu, including an impressive Sage Mode, are frequently highlighted. These skills are undeniable testaments to his power. Some theorists contend that such prodigious abilities, particularly high chakra capacity and specialized techniques, must stem from a powerful bloodline. They speculate that these traits could easily be inherited from the Senju or even the Uzumaki clans, connecting Minato to Tsunade's formidable lineage. The Namikaze clan, in contrast, is never shown to possess such inherent attributes, adding fuel to this particular fire. The pivotal role of Jiraiya, one of the legendary Sannin, also features prominently in these theories. Jiraiya famously trained both Tsunade and later Minato Namikaze. This shared master-student relationship between Tsunade and Minato immediately raises questions for those seeking a deeper connection. The fact that Jiraiya, Tsunade's teammate, later took Minato as his student leads some to speculate he was aware of, or even actively hiding, Minato's true identity and parentage. This narrative suggests Jiraiya might have been protecting Minato's secret, perhaps at Tsunade's behest. Finally, Tsunade's prolonged absence from Konoha is often brought up as a circumstantial proof. Tsunade was gone from the Hidden Leaf Village for a significant period after the deaths of her brother, Nawaki, and her lover, Dan Kato, traveling the world as a gambler. This absence is then speculated to have provided the perfect cover for a secret pregnancy and the subsequent concealment of Minato's birth and upbringing. The argument posits that a discrete birth and the subsequent placement of Minato with another family would have been entirely feasible during her self-imposed exile. This would explain why Minato's early life and parents remain largely unexplored in canon. Now, let's turn our attention to the concrete established facts within the Naruto canon that unequivocally dismantle this fan theory. These points are not based on speculation, but on confirmed timelines, character statements, and authorial decisions. They provide a clear and definitive counter-narrative. Perhaps the most significant and irrefutable piece of evidence against the theory is the impossible age gap between Minato and Tsunade. Minato Namikaze tragically met his end at the tender age of 24 during the Nine-Tails attack on Konoha. This is a widely confirmed and undisputed fact within the narrative. In stark contrast, Tsunade Senju was a far more senior figure in the shinobi world at that time. At the exact moment of Minato's death, Tsunade was 37 or 38 years old. This age difference presents an insurmountable obstacle to the idea of her being his biological mother. To put this into perspective, for Tsunade to have given birth to Minato, she would have needed to do so when she was only 13 or 14 years old. Such a timeline is not only extremely young for childbirth in their culture, but also completely unsupported by her established life events and character history. Tsunade's defining relationships and personal tragedies, such as meeting Dan Kato and her time as a medic nin, are depicted as occurring significantly later in her life, well into her 20s and beyond. A critical factor in debunking any fan theory is the creator's stance. Masashi Kishimoto, the mastermind behind the Naruto universe, has never, in any official capacity, stated or even subtly implied this relationship. The author is the ultimate authority on his own creation. There is no mention of such a connection in the original manga, the anime adaptation, or any official databooks or supplementary materials. This absence of authorial confirmation, especially for a relationship of such monumental significance, speaks volumes against its legitimacy. Canon is defined by what the creator presents, not by what fans wish were true. Furthermore, the established clan identities within Naruto's world directly contradict this theory. Tsunade undeniably belongs to the prestigious Senju clan, a lineage of immense power and historical significance, directly descended from the First Hokage, Hashirama Senju. Her heritage is a core part of her identity. Conversely, Minato Namikaze is explicitly identified with the Namikaze clan. While the Namikaze clan is never extensively explored, it is presented as a separate and distinct family, not directly related to the Senju. Had Minato possessed Senju blood, it would have been a significant detail that would certainly have been highlighted given the clan's prominence. Tsunade's behavior and interactions with Minato throughout the series also offer no support for a maternal connection. She never displays any maternal behavior, affection, or even a hint of recognition towards Minato as her child. Her interactions with him are always as a fellow shinobi, a respected colleague, or later a predecessor Hokage. Even in private moments, flashbacks, or internal monologues, where such a secret would naturally surface, Tsunade never acts or speaks like a mother discussing her child. Her personal history and regrets revolve around Nawaki and Dan, not a hidden son. This complete absence of maternal sentiment is a glaring omission if the theory were true. Minato's accepted parentage, while not explicitly detailed, is generally understood within the context of the series. It is widely accepted that Minato's parents were unnamed, ordinary Konoha residents, not figures of extraordinary lineage. This lack of a prominent bloodline is often highlighted as part of what makes Minato's rise to Hokage all the more remarkable, a testament to his sheer talent and dedication. The narrative focuses on Minato's exceptional skill and intellect as the primary drivers of his success, rather than inherited power. To suddenly insert a Senju lineage without any narrative setup would undermine this established aspect of his character. This theory ultimately lacks any substantial basis in official Naruto canon. It relies entirely on tenuous inferences and a disregard for established timelines and character histories. In conclusion, While the idea that Minato Namikaze is Tsunade Senju's son certainly makes for interesting speculation and sparks lively debate among fans, it is definitively not canon. Such theories highlight the imaginative depth of the Naruto fanbase, but they cannot stand against the cold, hard facts of the narrative. The enjoyment of a complex story often includes exploring what-if scenarios. Tsunade's crucial role as a grandmother figure to Naruto is symbolic and deeply significant, but it is not biological. This connection stems from her being the last living Senju of the direct line, a powerful kunoichi, and her profound care for Naruto as an individual who shares similar dreams and experiences to her lost loved ones. Her mentorship and emotional support for Naruto are what define this relationship, not genetics. The evidence presented by canon, particularly the undeniable age discrepancies, the lack of creator confirmation, and the established clan identities, thoroughly debunks this popular fan theory. Minato Namikaze and Tsunade Senju are both iconic figures in their own right, with distinct and impactful histories that do not intersect in the way this theory suggests. Thank you for joining us in this analytical deep dive into the lore.